Hey YouTube, Sergeant Savinelli, and welcome to the 5th annual Day After Thanksgiving Day review of LJ Peretti's Thanksgiving Day Blend. Look who I brought along. So for those of you that haven't seen the previous ones, John and I started this back in 2017 with a brand spanking new package of LJ Peretti's Thanksgiving Day Blend. So we did the first review 2017, day after Thanksgiving Day, and we jarred it up and didn't touch it again until the day after Thanksgiving Day 2018. And then we repeated it for the third annual in 2019. 2020 was a solo routine on my part. We all know why. And once again this year, I found myself kicking around the whole back and forth about should I do it, should I not do it, this and that. So once again, I've had a million of yous ask me if it's going to be done this year, if I'm going to do it, am I not going to do it, I should do it, you better do it. So here I am. I'm going to do it. And once again, I'm going to bust out the 2017 supply of Thanksgiving Day from LJ Peretti. Same exact stuff. 5th year in a row. It's got 5 years of age on it. And I'm very curious to see if it's changed. I know our last review that John and I did together, with 3 years on the jar, it did change. It got mellower, and the flavors were still there, but subdued. Right? It was a very, very pleasant smoke. Last year, I found that it was about the same as it was in 2019. This year, we're going to find them up. All right, let's bust this thing open because I want to smell it right away. Oh yeah, still figs and raisins. A lot drier than it was last year. The moisture level is not what it had been in 2019. I mean, not tender dry, but drier than what it was. And it was sealed up tight, so we're going to see how that works. And today, I'll be smoking it in the Matches 860 Friday Savinelli. All right, let's go ahead and load this thing up because I'm dying to try this. By the way, I just got home from my third consecutive double, back to back to back. I'm a little tired. If I start talking in tongues, that's the reason why. If I don't make any sense, you'll just have to forgive me. Try to drop some of this stuff in here. It's still a pain in the neck to load this because it kind of just falls all over the place. Reminds me of cube cut burley. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, get in there. Come on, come on, come on. Such a pain in the neck. So I'm in the garage today. Not that it's that cold outside. It's about 45 degrees outside. Not as horrible as it can be. And I was actually going to do it outside. Except for the fact that Mother Nature said, no, you're not. I'm going to make it rain. And that's what's happening. It's raining out there. So the dry pull, figs and raisins. Figs and raisins. All right. Let's get this puppy lit and see what goes on here this year. Cheers. All right, that was the fake light. Now the for real light. So right off the bat, the consistency from 2019 and from last year regarding the aging, it still tastes like a vintage old codger blend. You know, when that tobacco's aged for so long that you get that nice old kind of a taste, an aroma. The flavor is very, very mild. It was a mellow blend to begin with. 5 years age has mellowed it even further. Delicious. So far. Oh yeah. So the fruity notes that were ever present and pretty straightforward when it was brand new have become really subdued. They're still there. You can still taste them. It's dried figs and raisins, not fresh figs. Fresh figs is a whole different thing. This is dried figs and raisins. It's still there. That background note is still there. It's present. It's not as forward as it was in the beginning. Oh yeah, the retro hail brings it out. No bite. There's no tongue bite on this thing whatsoever. Very, very mellow blend. Heavy in the dried fig. You know, like the Christmas wheel that you get. That flavor. And actually more so the dried fig than the raisin this time around. And I got to tell you, not a single hint of what John and I swore up and down was bergamot. It was so plain and evident the first time out of the chute. And it drove us nuts trying to figure it out. We went crazy. Go back to that first year, and you'll see. But yeah, I tell you what, not a lick of hint of that bergamot. So I'm wondering if I did this with Earl Grey tea, if it would still pop the way that it did that first time out. Who knows? I don't have any Earl Grey tea. And the rule is I can't smoke any more of this stuff after this review. I got to jar it back up and put it away until next year. So next year, hopefully I'll have the presence of mind to make some Earl Grey tea and we'll give it a shot. But not this year because I didn't think about it. Oh, but now I got a gurgle. See that? That happened the last few times too. And I'm going to break the cardinal rule. I'm going to shove one of these down in there with the pack already in there. And I'm going to pop that thing and get rid of that juice. And there we go. Look at that. And I'm going to do like John would have done. I'm going to use this thing one more time. He would have used it for a month. I can't do it. I can't do it. Cane Rod Piper told me then, Oh, you got to use just one. When last year when I did it by myself the first time, he said you got to use just one. That's what John would. Listen, I tried. Okay, I had to go to therapy right after. Can't do it. I'm curious to see how it changes as the bowl progresses. Or if it just stays monochrome. Huh, monochrome. Big word, Sarge. Huh. What'd you do? Stay up reading the dictionary last night? No, I know some big words too. I just don't use them too often because most of the big words I know are dirty words and they're not so public friendly. Not to mention, if I rip them out of here, I get yelled at. YouTube goes bananas. So, anyway. How's everybody doing? It's been a minute, huh? You don't know what it took for me to actually find the time to do, because, listen, I'm ready to pass out. I've worked 3 back-to-back doubles. And when I'm done here with this, I'm going to hit the rack and I got to sleep fast because I'm going back into 2 more back-to-back doubles. Tonight into tomorrow, and then Saturday night into Sunday. So sleep? What's that? Ha! Plenty of time to sleep when you're dead. It's overrated. I'm going to look like one of those zombies from the zombie movies. You know, where they come after people because they want the brains. Brains. I like that one. What was it, Dawn of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead 2, where they were asking for cops. Send more cops. They were eating the cops' brains. That's how I feel. I feel like somebody ate my brain. Enough about me. How about you? Way too long in between these. Damn it. While I'm waiting for this bowl to change, I want to rip off some shout-outs. See how sharp the mind is. No particular order, just the way they pop into my head. So we'll start with Ghost Cobb. Sean, how are you, brother? Hope all is well down there in Gettysburg. Hope Mama and Macy are doing well. Hugs and kisses to both of them, please, when you get around to it. Eric, the blue collar pipe smoker. Hi, Eric. Speaking of Eric, I'm using one of the tampers that Eric sent me. I guess he's got a guy down there that makes these things. I got to tell you, these are phenomenal. They're made out of pewter. Anybody watch Oak Island? Curse of Oak Island? You got Gary Drayton, the metal detector guy. He calls it pewter. He's from England. He's got that funny talk. I think they're pewter. I'm pretty sure that's what they were. I could be wrong. It could just be like a silver-colored metal thing. But I think it's pewter. So here's one. It's just a nail, a spiked nail type thing. Flattened out, twisted. Look at a twist on that thing. Twisted with the flattened end. They had the nail head on the end, square cut. And then the other end was flattened out and bent into a little spoon. I love it. I really got to find time to do a video and show you all the other ones that he sent me. All made out of the same stuff. One's a Sherlock Holmes head. Got the hat and the pipe and the whole 9 yards. Tamper. There's cats. There's, oh hell, there's so many of them he sent me. that's a video all in and of itself. Thank you again, Eric. I can't tell you how nice that was. Very thoughtful of you. And my best to Mrs. Blue Collar. And to your dad, too. Please extend my hellos. I haven't talked to him in a while. So, let's see. Moving right along. What would a tobacco review be without a shout out to our dear brother, the Artful Codger? Benjamin, it's been more than a minute. I'm glad we actually got the text a little bit the other day. That was good, man. I miss you. Hope all is well. We're going to move on to Barry Becker. Hi, Bear. I don't have your drumstick tampered today. I'm using the pewter nail thing, twisty thing. I still have it, though. I still use it. Big shout out to Padre Piper, who normally comes to us via the virtual airways of the YouTube. Hi, Padre. And of course, Mark VV, also down there in Louisiana, in the New Orleans area. Did I say that right? I'd love to get back down there sometime. But not to Bourbon Street. To hang out with Padre and Mark, but I'd like to do some fishing down there. I hear the speckled trout are absolutely phenomenal. Haven't had the pleasure yet. One of these days. Phil Rivara. Hi, Phil. Long time no hear, brother. Doug Owen at the cargo hold in Poulsbo, Washington. I hope I said that right. I always screw that up. John used to correct me all the time. I think it's Poulsbo, Washington. And also from up in that corner, in that neck of the woods up there, way up there, is Northwest Pipe Smoker. Tom, how are you? Hope all is well up there in the Pacific Northwest. That's Sasquatch territory up there, isn't it? Isn't that where the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot, supposed to be? I think so. Pacific Northwest. You be careful up there. Those big feets. They're tricky little things, I understand. Say a big hey to Art Landeck. Art, how are you? I get your little blurbs of wisdom every morning on my alert. One of the things that helps me stay sane in my daily routine. Big shout out to All Briared Up. John, how are you? And of course, the Rambling Dilettante. Chris, got to say hey to you too. Haven't had a chance to catch up with either one of you guys lately. It's been, well, I don't have to explain to any of yous out there. Yous all know what I go through. Derek Tant. Hiya, Derek. Timber Drifter. Hello. I'll say a big hey to Joe Greenfield. About 40 minutes away from me here. You think we can get together and have a pipe? Nah. Pipe Rider, about 40 minutes the other direction, away from me here. You think I could get together with him and have it? Nah. A big loving shout out to Pipes and Kayaks. Brad. I'm doing it, brother. You didn't think for 1 minute that I wouldn't do this, right? Mark in Rhode Island. You didn't think for 1 minute, brother, huh? I know we talked briefly the other day on the text. I meant what I said. A big shout out to Greg Tunnel from the Tunnel Take. Greg still wants to go out to the chimney. Me too. Maybe we'll shoot for this spring. Keep trying. Life takes over sometimes, and it's a pain in the arse. But Greg's right. Someday we're gonna die, and you wanna not worry so much about you miss doing this and you miss doing that, so you gotta find time to. You're right. I got no argument for you, kid. Zero argument. I want to say hey to somebody that doesn't make videos. Got a birthday coming up pretty soon, I believe. December 12th, if I remember correctly. Young gentleman by the name of Nick. Goes by Tiger Raven. Hi, Nick. I didn't forget. I got you logged in there. I'm going to say something on December 12th there coming up on the thing with the big birthday hoo-ha. Don't you worry. Who else? Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting a million of yous. I know that. My brain's mush. Absolute mush. Tony P. Down in PA. Hi, Tone. Oh, Olivewood Piper. Carl. Can't forget Carl. He made me some beautiful pipes. Made me a beautiful mortar, black mortar. It made me a beautiful olivewood, Bethlehem olivewood pipe. Awesome. Smokes like a champ. Cold weather's here, so it's pipe weather. Kind of backed off the cigars already. You know, I'm trying to let it come to me. But so far, this has been consistent. I haven't had any change as it goes down. Which, listen, that's not a bad thing. Status quo is a good thing sometimes. I know, all too often we expect the smoke to change. We expect it to go through its different life cycles in the bowl, right? Complexities and all of that. Sometimes a good steady, status quo smoke is a good thing. It really is. This is one of those. Because it is very mellow. And the flavor has stayed consistent. And it's a pleasant flavor, so you enjoy. Michelle V222. Uh-huh. You didn't think I was going to forget you, did you? We texted the other day. Rod Piper, Mike. Hopefully all is well down your neck of the woods in PA too. I was on the phone with John's widow, Jean, the day before Thanksgiving. She tries to beat me to the punch on everything, all the holidays. She gets me. What a sense of humor this woman has. Let me tell you. They're hanging tough. They're doing better. Still tough times. I don't think some of that's never going to go away because it just is what it is. But as time goes on, the good memories tend to make the sad part of it go a little bit flat, Still there, but she's actually doing okay these days. Health-wise, struggling along like always, but that also is what it is. I know I didn't tell you to light up a pipe, but hopefully you did. Throw some comments down below, will you? What are you smoking? What are you smoking it in? Very consistent. I tell you, that last hit, I don't know if it's because it's getting down to the end of the bowl, but I got a little bit of an ashy taste. Ash and fruit. Is that a new thing I just invented? Ash and fruit? Oh. That was a nice burst. Nice burst of fruit. That dried fig. Still no bergamot though. I'm wondering if that essence is just like bled out of it. Could be. Could be. But that old codger blend taste, that vintage codger blend taste, really good. I think that's just, you know, the smooth out of the tobacco. As it ages, it mellows and it smooths out. Well, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. I worked, as always, you know. So Mama put together a nice dinner for me. So when I got up at the last second and I was able to just, like, you remember the old trains with grabbing the mailbag? They had the hook. And as they went by, they grabbed the mailbag and they kept going. That was me. From the bedroom to the front door, she kind of just held out my lunch pail and I grabbed it on the way out the door. Quick kiss and goodbye. I'm done. That was me. You know, you should slow down, Sarge. You work too much. Yeah. See, now the voices come out. They don't just stay inside anymore. Now they actually come out. Oh, boy. What does that mean? I know what it means. I just took my last puff, I think. Yep. Pipe's out. Sarge is out. I gotta go get me some sleep, man. Hey, it's been really, really good to spend a little bit of time with you guys. I apologize for not being able to. I know it's not in my control, but still I feel bad. I do want to thank you guys an awful lot for joining me. And with any kind of luck, we'll do this again next year. And hopefully in between there, I'll be able to do a little more show-ups. All right? So until then, all the very best from me to all of you. We'll see you on the next one.